Jonathan stirs up a nice breeze on a warm day like this.
He couldn't hit that ball if it was rolled to him. Come on, Jonathan, let's go!
Let's see you belt it out of the park.
Come on, Jonathan, lay some wood on it!
A DiMaggio, he's not.
Your brother's such a dear boy, so determined. He looks so sincere as he strikes out.
He's a good hitter. He's just in a slump.
Why don't you encourage him to take up tennis?
He'll pull out of it.
Jonathan, you have to keep your eye on the ball.
Wait, I was on the ball.
I mean before it gets in the catcher's mitt. Now, you'll have to do better than this tomorrow in practice, or you won't make first team. Uh-huh. All right, Shoemaker, get out there and hit that old apple. Let's move it, men. Come on.
Practice isn't over yet. Where are you going? I'm quitting the Oysters. But the tryouts for the first team are tomorrow. I hate baseball, I think. Don't let a little slump get you down. You were doing much better today. You call that better? Sure, you were missing them a lot closer. Well, I'm quitting. But don't tell Mom. She's liable to get sore. Gee, don't give up. Look what happened to the Mets.
Stop complaining. I wish someone would bathe and brush me. Now, how do you feel about a bright red bow? I don't think I'd like that around my neck either. Well, how'd the all-star shortstop do today?
Okay.
That okay didn't sound very okay.
Hi, honey. Hi, Mom. Not now, Scruffy.
How about a nice hot cookie? Guaranteed to raise your batting average.
No, thanks. I've got some homework to do.
I think we better check his temperature.
You're right. I hope he's not coming down with something before the game tomorrow.
Mrs. Muir, I'm calling you to talk to you about Jonathan. Uh-huh. Yes. Would you watch those pins, please?
What pins?
Oh, it's nothing, Mrs. Muir. But since Jonathan walked out on baseball practice today, may I assume, please, that he is quitting the team?
He walked out in practice?
Uh-huh. If he is quitting the team, Mrs. Muir, I would appreciate it very... Oh, this is something. Mrs. Muir, I'm here. I'd appreciate it very much if you would return his team sweatshirt. Laundered and ironed, of course. Can you make the shoulders a little broader, please?
This is the first I've heard of Jonathan quitting the team.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Muir, but as manager and sponsor of the Schooner Bay Oysters, I paid for those sweatshirts myself. Uh-huh. They cost $1.98. Are you sure these are the genuine silk letters? Oh.
Yeah, well, I'll look into it right away, Claymore.
Well, Mrs. Muir, it's to teach the boy responsibility. It's not the money. And to show you how I feel, Mrs. Muir, tell Jonathan that he may keep the box the sweatshirt came in. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Bye, Mrs. Muir. Now, take these pins out, please.
come in?
It's okay.
How's the homework going?
Okay.
It's a good idea wanting to devote more time to your schoolwork.
Yeah.
Is that why you quit the Oysters?
Did Candy tell you that?
No. Claymore did.
Well, history and geography are pretty hard. I have to study more.
Yeah, especially if you want to make all A's and B's.
Yeah.
And I guess baseball isn't that important.
I can't hit the ball. I struck out every time.
Oh, did you keep your shoulder down? And your swing level?
It didn't work.
Well, maybe baseball's not your game. Don't feel bad.
You mean you're not mad?
Mad? Of course not. Why should I be mad?
Danny Shoemaker's father said if he didn't make first team, he was going to take away his mini bike.
Well, that's ridiculous. As far as I'm concerned, if you want to play baseball, that's fine. And if you don't, that's fine, too. Now, do you feel better?
Half of me feels better, but the other half that hits still feels terrible.
So that simpering old Claymore's at the bottom of this.
What are you talking about?
Well, obviously Claymore's not giving the boy a chance to show his true abilities.
Jonathan didn't say that.
Of course he didn't have to. I know Claymore. I'll have a little talk with him. I'll see to it that he stops persecuting the lad.
Captain, please stay out of this.
Well, somebody must stand up for the boy.
Well, this is something that Jonathan has to work out by himself.
Very well, madam. If you insist.
Second base. Oh, Darnhart. Skippy Darnhart. Left field. Who can I... Kinsey. Perfect. And now my center field. Davenport. Oh, what a team.
I'll just take a look at that line.
Go ahead, Captain. Take all the time you want. Just have a good look. Have one good long look.
We have Shoemaker penciled in at shortstop instead of Muir.
Yeah, I can explain that, Captain. You see, actually, Jonathan doesn't seem to have anything on the ball. Especially the bat. A small joke.
Shoemaker out. Muir in.
Shoemaker out, Muir in. Oh, that's a great improvement already. You see, I was meaning to make the change myself, Captain.
I shall be at the lineup tomorrow to see that Jonathan gets a fair chance at being on the first team.
Oh, well, he will, Captain. If I said it once, I've said it 100 times. If the boy has the ability, he should...
That chicken souffle was out of this world tonight, Martha.
Well, glad you liked it. It started out as cold sliced chicken. Then I had a sudden flight of fancy.
Oh, that cherry pie looks delicious, but I don't think I better have a piece tonight.
Well, it's just as well. I made this pie for Mr. Peavy. I'd hate to give it to him with a piece missing. You know, he never paid any attention to me until he ate one of my cherry pies. After that, I was Raquel Welch. Make that 2 Raquel Welches.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Mr. Peavy's taste buds.
Thank you, Mrs. Muir. But it's the pie that makes him putty in my hands. And it's the putty that's going to get Jonathan in the lineup tomorrow. Mr. Peavy is the coach, you know.
Oh, that's very sweet, Martha. But if Jonathan doesn't want to play, I don't think we should force him.
Of course he wants to play. And he will when I get my pie-eating pigeon plumped up.
I don't think we should interfere. It's really up to Jonathan to decide.
Well, true, but a little help from me.
No, not this time. Okay?
Okay, if you insist.
Martha, there ain't nothing better than your cherry pie.
I'm sure looking forward to Jonathan playing shortstop tomorrow.
Oh, Shoemaker's playing shortstop.
I was hoping Jonathan would be playing.
Claymore's the manager, not me, Martha.
But you're the coach.
But coaches don't run the team, Martha.
They could try.
They could. And they will. I'm just too weak to join Cherry Pies Anonymous, Martha.
before you go to sleep, lad, I thought we might have a man-to-man talk about the baseball game tomorrow.
I've already had a man-to-woman talk with Mom. She doesn't care if I don't play baseball.
But you do, don't you?
I guess so.
Then go out and show them. I have a feeling that if you try again tomorrow, you'll make the first team.
No, it's better if I quit.
Quit? That doesn't sound like you. What if I'd quit when I was a lowly cabin boy? Or Ted Williams, or Babe Ruth? You're no quitter.
Maybe I'm only in a little slump.
That's it, boy. Fight back. I have faith in you. Show a little faith in yourself. Now get in there and play ball.
I'll do it. I'll keep my eyes on the ball. I'll keep my swing level. I'll knock the ball out of the park.
That's the spirit. You do your level best, and I wouldn't be surprised if you were the star of the game.
Forget it, Captain. You haven't seen him play.
Lovely day, ladies. Nice afternoon to relax. Yeah, nice to see the boys having so much fun.
Good friendly sport.
Hey, Mom, there's Jonathan.
I still can't figure out what made Jonathan change his mind about playing.
All of the boys' love for the game, madam. I have a feeling he'll make the first team.
Captain, have you been meddling?
All right, men, now remember, this is only practice, but I am picking my first team. So get out on that diamond and let me see that old hubba hubba. All right, move it, men.
Hello, Mr. Gray.
Good day, Mrs. Shoemaker. Danny, are you ready to play ball?
Ready? All the boy can talk about is playing ball for his idol.
His idol? Oh, me! Oh, well. Well, all the boys, they do look up to me, Mrs. Shoemaker.
Look up to you. He can't stop talking about the man he worships, and to be on the first team on top of it.
First team? Well,
The boy lives, eats, sleeps baseball. He's a regular encyclopedia.
Babe Ruth, most home runs in a lifetime, 714. Roy Wills, most stolen bases in one season, 104. Sandy Koufax, most strikeouts in one season, 382.
You don't have to impress Mr. Gregg, dear. You can't be any better than first team.
First team? Well, Mrs. Shoemaker, I have to give all the boys a fair chance.
Of course you do. You're a fair man. That's why my husband has you handle all his insurance business. He wouldn't dream of giving all that business to someone else.
Well, that's nice to know, Mrs. Shoemaker. Between you and me, Danny has always been my first string policy. I mean, shortstop. I can tell you what we can do, Mrs. Shoemaker. We can put the Muir boy in for an inning or two, and then we can let Captain Danny Shoemaker take right over.
Whatever is fair. I wouldn't interfere.
All right, boys. Gather around for last instructions. Let's move it.
Hello, Mrs. Muir. I didn't realize you were a baseball fan.
Oh, I wouldn't miss rooting for the Oysters for anything.
We'll have plenty to root for this year. Oh, doesn't Jonathan look cute in his sweatshirt?
Thank you.
I admire the way he keeps trying to make the team, even though it's really not his game.
Well, that's very generous of you.
All right, Oysters, let's go over those signals once more. Bunt, steal, hit and run, squeeze play. No, hold it, no. Squeeze play.
Thought that was for a steal, Claymore.
This is for a steal. I'm tapping my nose to see if I can figure out what squeeze was.
Maybe you should have made the signal simpler, Claymore.
I know them all. Bunt, steal, double steal, hit and run, take, and the squeeze play.
Oh, that's excellent, Shoemaker. Thank you for straightening out Mr. Peavy. How's your father?
He's rich.
Oh, lovely. All right, Oysters, get out on that diamond and show them how to play ball. Let's move it. Come on. 18 oysters and not a pearl in the bunch.
Look, Mom, Jonathan's playing shortstop on the first team.
I'm so happy for you, Mrs. Muir. I'm sure this is a moment he'll remember no matter how disappointing it may turn out.
Batter up. Play ball.
Let him sit on the bench, Claymore.
How about giving my boy a chance?
Your boy. What about my little Leroy?
I never heard such foghorns on a clear day.
He's such a sweet boy. I hope he doesn't hurt himself.
He's just a little nervous.
Not as nervous as I am.
Not the only way he could have caught it.
Poor child. Is he awkward at home, too?
Double play, come on! Have pity on the boy, Claymore. Take him out.
What is he, a relative, Claymore?
Don't be discouraged, dear. I'm sure there's a place on the team for him. Claymore hasn't picked a bat boy yet.
That's enough from you. Stop the game! Stop the game!
Keep the game going, but stop your mouth.
Ooh, yes, sir. Anything you say, sir.
Continue! Play ball!
All right, boys, let's go. All right, get out there and see your pepper now.
Now, don't be discouraged, lad.
I haven't got it, Captain.
Well, don't give up. Try again. You never know what can happen.
Throw it home! Throw it home! He's out!
What a curve.
Your lucky plays. That boy's got a horseshoe.
Horseshoe? He's got the whole horse.
I don't know what all the excitement's about. A couple of lucky breaks. Wait till you see my Danny at shortstop.
He's ready for the majors, Mrs. Muir. He's out of this world.
I agree. Way out of this world.
See what you can do if you apply yourself, lad.
You were helping me, Captain. I never could make those plays by myself. Thanks anyway.
Muir, where are you going?
I don't want to play anymore.
But you're doing great.
I don't feel very well.
I thought it was too good to last. All right, men, let's change position. Now, fellas, Dinehart, I want you on shortstop. Duncan, take third base. Brewster, you take the left field. And Henderson, you take right field. Let's move it. Come on, men. Play ball.
Claymore.
Don't interrupt me when I'm managing the team. What do you think that means?
Well, the game would go a lot better, Mr. Manager, if we had a pitcher.
Well, I was just getting around to that.
Why don't you let Muir pitch if he's so good? I don't want to pitch. You're just afraid I'll knock it out of the park. I am not. You're chicken. Chicken. I'll show you who's chicken. Gee, Jonathan's gonna pitch.
I was right. He is a relative.
Claymore, put my boy in and I'll adopt you.
Wait till my Danny gets through with your Jonathan.
Throw it in here and I'll cream it.
Stay right.
Oh, was a beauty.
Attaboy, Jonathan!
How can you call that a strike? He didn't swing all the way around.
If he'd swung any harder, he'd have screwed himself right into the ground.
You tell her, Martha.
Stay right. Two.
Keep it up, Jonathan!
You call yourself an umpire? Get glasses, you bum!
That kid couldn't hit his hat. Let my Leroy hit.
My
right, kid. Makes bums of them all.
I didn't know Jonathan had it in him, Mrs. Muir.
No, neither did I. But I think I know who put it there.
Madam, whatever the lad is doing, he's doing without any help from me.
But you helped him on those other plays before.
True, but only in hope of giving him enough confidence to continue on his own. I assure you, he's doing so now.
You mean he's making those pitches by himself?
Completely, madam.
All right, Jonathan, come on and strike him out.
Son, tell your mother that was strike 3.
That's not fair. He threw the ball before Danny was ready. That's cheating.
Captain, that's no way to treat a lady.
Madam, we are not dealing with a lady.
My Leroy makes both those kids look like nothing.
Oh, why don't you scuttle that bilge?
Madam, that is no way to talk to a gentleman.
Captain, we're not dealing with a gentleman.
I taught Jonathan everything he knows, every move. He is going to be my starting pitcher on opening day. No, hands off, you'll hurt his pitching arm.
You better get somebody else, Mr. Gregg. I'm really not that good.
No, Jonathan, come back. No, Jonathan, please. The team needs you. Jonathan, I'll even let you keep the sweatshirt.
Jonathan, honey, why are you leaving? You were terrific.
No, I wasn't. You know the captain was helping me.
Jonathan, I promise you I had nothing whatsoever to do with your pitching.
You mean I struck Danny out all by myself? I was really good?
Good, you were great.
Then how come I was so bad at shortstop?
Because you were playing the wrong position, lad. You're a terrible shortstop, but you're a natural-born pitcher.
Gee, then I can pitch opening day. Claymore, I can really pitch.
When Jonathan does pitch on opening day, Captain, no help.
My word of honor, madam. But don't be surprised if he pitches a no-hitter.
Now, Captain...
Legitimately, of course.